Welcome to CETL's Canvas Secrets training. I'm Jennifer Hunter, and this training is just going to be short, 15 minutes. It will not be over assignments, discussions, quizzes, files, modules. You've been teaching a full semester. We think that you have that information now. If you don't, please give me a call. I'm going to text my extension down below, and I will come to your office and do one-on-one. What we're going to show you today is some things that maybe you didn't know was possible to do in Canvas. So with that, I'm going to go right into Canvas and share my screen. And this is my sandbox course, and like a true sandbox course, I've just thrown a whole bunch of toys in it. So there's not really a rhyme or reason to it, but all of this stuff is open source, so please feel free to use anything that you want to use in it. We're going to go straight to modules. And again, you're welcome to use everything in here, but I would skip down. What I'm going to show today is HACS Beginner, HACS Intermediate, and then one step into HACS Advanced. So I'm calling it HACS in here. It's kind of tips, tricks, secrets. So this is not going to be a how-to do training. This is going to be what is available, and then I will show you whatever pieces you like, how to take them and put in your own classes. So for example, you can put announcement boxes. You don't just have to use announcements that's made in Canvas. You can make boxes that are different colors. You can see the blue and cream colored one I have presented here for you. You can put them in content pages, you can put them on the home page, you can put them in assignment instructions, discussion instructions, and quizzes instructions. The only place that you cannot put them is an actual quiz question. So if you want to use this, all you have to do is call me and tell me, or email me and tell me you want to be in my sandbox course. Then when you're in my sandbox course, you simply hit edit up here, and you'll click this HTML editor, and you will basically just copy all the code. Just copy it, Control C, and then go to your own course and hit Control V, and you've got it pasted in there. This little snippet below, every time you see a diagram with these blue message bubbles, it's telling you what each piece of the code means so that you can change it. So this talks about the position, so if it's on the right side versus the left side, this is the color of the text, color of the background, color of the heading. So this will just be a clue how to use the code in your class. So to the next page, you can put a bordered text box around any text. Again, anything here you can put on a homepage, content page, assignment instructions, discussion instructions, or quiz instructions. So the code for that is right here. It's not going to cut and paste from there real well. I would suggest using the edit, but because it's typed right there, you can just type it in yourself. This is a dialog box where if you click, an additional box would pop up and you can type additional information. Put colored bars in Canvas. This red line is 8 point, the blue line is 10 point, the green line is 12 point, the orange line is 14 point, the purple line is 16 point, the black is 20 point, and the yellow is 24. I've gone all the way up to 248 just in sizes to see what it would do. Pretty much makes the whole page one big solid line, which you wouldn't want to use. You don't have to use the exact color for the exact line. And this piece of code is just this little bit right here where 8 is the size of the line you want. And right now it only works in these primary colors. So you would place red with blue, green, orange, whatever it is you want to use. And then the ampersand is just like a space holder. It is after that that you would type in the text for the page. I've also tried on most pages to give you a link where you can read up more about this because this is going to be a really quick review. So this is not one image, it is actually 6 images, and as you hover over each one, an additional box will pop up. This is not the ADA Alt text box, this is just to give students more information. So for example, this is a picture about Bloom's taxonomy, and then I can have an instruction line that tells them to hover over each piece of the picture to find out additional information. So rather than just looking at one picture or reading information, it makes the students a little more interactive by having to actually move the mouse and get additional information. You can make colored buttons and dots. So for example, when you're on your dashboard and you have a little colored button next to the announcement icon that tells you how many announcements you haven't read, you can make that. Now all you're doing is making a little button with a number on it. It won't actually count anything for you, but you could put something saying you've got 9 assignments or 9 links or 9 pages to read in this assignment, whatever you choose. And then what's down below is just showing that you can make the bubbles a little bit bigger. I haven't been able to make blue to work yet, though this link up here will tell you that you can make blue, but I've got green, orange, and red to work. Dragon sword. This is my absolute favorite. So this will work as far as assignment instructions, but not as far as giving assignment points. You can still put it in a discussion board, content page, home page, but the students can just click and drag and order the stuff in the right order. So again, I'm using a Bloom's taxonomy box, and the kids could put it in the right order. The awesome thing is that when student 2 logs in, they will see the exact original placement, and then they can drag and drop their own. You will never see this as a professor to tell them what they did right or wrong. It's just another interactive tool, maybe a self-practice test for students to put things in order. The cool thing is, if I were logged in as a student and logged off and back on, I would again see the original order and I could practice it again. So, just a little fun. If you want to do definitions inside Canvas, it will do some automatic coding. You could either use this gold box coding or the bold and then unbold. So, coding's in there for you. These down here where it says 30% total, 2% rules, 10% points, those are called pills. They're kind of like tabs or buttons, except they will stay stuck together, and you can put more in there. I think I've done up to 10 or as few as 2. I don't find an academic use for these, but maybe you guys do for your individual courses. When you place a picture inside a content, you can tell it to left align, center align, or right align. This just allows you to put some, like a caption with the image that moves when you move the image. So this table does this automatic striped coding for you, and if I add a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then save that, it automatically does the shading for me. I did not type anything to tell it to shade, it will just do. So as you either insert a row or add rows, it will automatically just keep doing the shading of every other row for you. These are just links that would take people to emails, which are also placed right here. You can also link to YouTube videos, other places that issue you your own website. So if the student hovers over this image, a little box would pop up and tell you more about the picture. Again, this does not replace the ADA alt text. This is to give more information about the picture. Banner will let you do these color-coded banners. Now, Canvas itself has its own color system. Blue is information, green is success, yellow is warning, red is danger. But that doesn't mean you have to use them in that way. You can use any color banner on homepage, content page, announcement page, assignment instructions, discussion instructions, quiz instructions, just to say this is important for the test, or make sure you read this chapter, or don't forget we have a guest lecture this week. Whatever you want to stand out for the student. I know this claims it's yellow, it looks peach to me, but just know that that's actually yellow coding when you are looking at the coding to put that into your course. And just a reminder, again, almost every page will have a link here to give you additional information, and if you want the coding, just to go to Edit and HTML Editor. This is a drop content, so this I is not a picture, it is actually part of this line. So you read, I think that drop caps, while very old school, are elegant, very cool. So it's just, again, spicing up the text a little bit. Accordion is rather a new thing, and it's another way to break up text. So rather than having tons of information for the students to scroll through, there are just different accordion drop boxes. So only one will be visible at a time. It's highlighted with the red bar. Again, only one, so whichever one I click on is the one that they can see and is the active one. There's all the coding to do that. This just is text that allows you to drag a picture. So I don't know an academic use for it, but you can do it in Canvas. So this is that table that I showed you a minute ago that highlights every other column with a shadowing, but this has got buttons built inside. So when I click on YouTube, it is actually, so here is the course, here's YouTube. So it's actually opened up in a different tab because we know that students will get sidetracked. So it's really nice that the course stays here right next to it, and hopefully can bring them back. Same happens when I open up the TED Talk, campus services. So this is just a PDF link on SU's homepage. Student orientation, we'll come back to. I'm pointing to the library, so if I had students, I wanted them to do a research paper, I could actually point directly to articles and journals to save the students some time, get them directly where I wanted to go. I've used the same links, but you could actually use this inside Canvas for like Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Module 1, Module 2, Unit 1, Unit 2, Chapters 1 through 3, however you want to set up your course, and then it would take students straight to that section of the course. Or you could use it to take students exactly like I did the last one to a YouTube video. Oh, apparently I need to fix that link. OER Resources Project 0. So just a different way of doing links within a button. So this is very similar to the accordion in it's a different way to line out text instead of a whole bunch of scrolling pages, but this time it's just tabs. So by clicking on it, students are just getting a paragraph at a time where you can include pictures or whatnot. I personally prefer tabs over accordion, but you've now seen both and you can choose what works for you in your course. So if I click here, I get taken to another page. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but I can put any word on this button right here to bring up a picture that shows something or a text box. So again, just another way to display text. Okay, this is the very last item that I'm going to show as part of different tricks that you can do inside Canvas. So I've been working with Carmen Aldridge's office with ADA and getting closed caption on videos. So we have a service now where, for example, if this was your class and the particular page where there was a link, you would just email me this link saying the video on this page needs to be closed caption. With 3 clicks, I send it off. In 48 hours, it is back in your course, and the only thing you had to do was send me an email with that link. In 48 hours, it is back in your course, 100% accurate with ADA-approved captions, 6 words, approximately 6 words per page or per screen, all done, ready to go for your students. It costs $1.48 approximately per minute of the video. So if you have a 15-minute video, it's going to cost $45. Right now, Carmen Aldridge's office has some money to pay for these. When her pocket of money runs out, then departments will have to pay for this themselves. It is machine checked and then verified by 2 individuals. So, and this is through a USHIC contract, so we're getting a phenomenal deal. The market rate right now is closer to $2.50 a minute. So I told you all of that so I can tell you about this page. Once those captions are on a page, very similar to how you can search for a particular word in a PDF document, you can actually search for a word in a video. So if I were making a video about closed captioning, I could search, put in the tag closed captioning, and it would highlight everywhere in the video that that's used, and then I could click on it and be taken straight to that video. So after a student has watched a video once and they need to brush up on one particular area or another, they can do search for a particular word and go straight to that place in the video. So that is the end of Canvas tips. I want to show you one other thing that's in Canvas but not Canvas. So I have another course called Articulate that if you want to see any of this stuff, again, just email me, I'll put you into it. You can't copy this stuff into your course. All this is to show you what I can do. I come to your office, you give me the actual text or pictures, and it's a whole bunch of cutting and pasting, and then you have some elements to put into your course. I've broken this into graded sections, different design layouts, and then design gamification. So we've got, I don't know, little mini quizzes, I guess, based on Jeopardy, Guess Who, Dragging and Dropping, different puzzle games. So I'm going to just show you a couple of these, just to give you an idea what they are, and then you can look through them at your own pace to see if there's any you want to include in your course. Once you've made the first one, then we have this on a laptop that you can check out for 24 hours at a time, and you can remake any ones you want. So this is just a silly quiz activity that I hope I can remember what I actually named these things. Give your students a little bit more direction. And then they hit submit. I got one right. So the students get an instant feedback if they're learning the material. You have some practice exercises you can put in that don't look like busy work, and then the students can continue on to the next question. Now, there's a difference between continue and this next down here. Next is going to take them to the very next activity, assignment, quiz, whatever's in your course. So you've really got to watch the scroll bars within here. So this next one is based on medical. Can you spot the risk? But I've actually changed it up a little bit. So the students click next to go to the next question. Okay, I'm at the end of this particular question. Can I preview? This is what happens when I do too many videos in a day and I keep using the same course. So I used that one earlier. So this is one where you have to guess what the word is and put everything in line before this red bar runs out. So if you're wanting your kids to learn some vocabulary, this is just kind of another fun way to do it. So I'm going to go back to home because those are the graded ones, and we'll go over some bulletin board ones. Now, don't pay attention to any of these names. Just because it says CPV doesn't mean it's for performing and visual arts only. It's just one because of the colored pencils. I thought it would look good for them. So this is kind of a little mini course within a course. So you could put some information, some text, back to the menu, next slide, different things that you could put on it. Again, it's just a different way to show the content of the course, just to break up a whole bunch of text. This is just another background layout. So, and as they go through the slides, they see different things they can click. So it's just, again, different ways to lay out the text. I'm trying to think of the best game in here to show you. You can have this count toward points in your Canvas gradebook or choose not to. So, and this is going to take students through a little quiz, but by putting the name here now it's personalized and my name is up there, and it will look different for each student, and I can take some little quizzes. So that in a nutshell is Canvas tricks and one extra thing that we can do with Canvas. I'm going to type my email down below if you have any questions or concerns. And again, this was really quick. It wasn't how to do anything. It's just to show you what's available. And if you want to do any of it, you can just copy the code. Have fun and see you soon.